Good evening, Scouts. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how to do authentic Chinese egg stir-fried rice. I'm going to show you how it's done, what ingredients to use, any alternatives, but hopefully these ingredients you've got kicking about in your fridge or in your cupboard. But if not, there's other alternatives we can use. First up, we've got cooked long grain rice. About 60-70 grams per person. This has been pre-cooked. That's quite important. It is pre-cooked and chilled down, preferably overnight. This is how they do it in most Chinese takeaways. They just cook off the rice, chill it down, and then when they get an order on for your takeaway, they put the rice in with the flavourings and away you go. If you do have any takeaway Chinese rice, and you've got any left over, it's a good idea if you just bin that, because they've done what I've done. It's been cooked, chilled, then reheated, given to you and your takeaway. You'll eat it all up and you'll have some left over. It's not a good idea to then reheat that. You could get a dodgy stomach. It's not a good idea with rice and that. So I'm using obviously eggs. These are from my hens. You don't have to have blue ones. The regular brown ones will be fine. Some chopped onion, some fresh garlic, spring onion, shredded peppers, sliced mushroom, small florets of broccoli, and some finely sliced fresh chicken as well. So, some light soy sauce or dark soy sauce, doesn't matter which one you like, whichever you prefer, whichever one you've got for that. Sesame oil and veg oil. If you haven't got sesame oil, again, it's not the end of the world. You can just use vegetable oil, rapeseed oil, or sunflower oil. The sesame oil is just there for a bit of extra, authentic Chinese flavour. The only thing I probably wouldn't use is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. It's just sort of the wrong flavour for this dish. It's more for Mediterranean cooking, but if that's all you've got, again, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's just a different flavour for that as well. I've also got a nice big pan. If you've got a wok, even better. Spatula to stir it with, just some cutlery and your serving dishes, and away we go. So, first thing I'm going to do is add my rice to my mixing bowl. What I didn't mention was the reason why it's got to be chilled down overnight is if you literally cook it, drain it, and then try and stir fry it from hot, it'll just get all sticky and it'll just be a big mess. So again, it's best to cook it, chill it overnight, and away you go. I'm going to use dark soy sauce, so we want about roughly 3 to 4 teaspoons of soy sauce, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and again we're just going to mix that in, and that will turn the rice a nice caramel colour. For that, so that's what you're looking for. Right, put that to one side. That can absorb all the flavour of the soy. So I'm going to get in the pan, get that nice and hot. Again, I'm going to use sesame oil. I'm mainly using it for a flavouring rather than just a main oil to do the frying. So we'll get that in the pan, and I'm just going to bulk it out with the other oil. But again, if you haven't got sesame oil, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Just wait for that to get hot. We don't want it absolutely glowing hot, but just enough so it cooks the ingredients. But I'm using fresh chicken, but again, you can use pork, beef, again, tofu, whatever you've got lying about. So let's just wait for that to hot. Get that in there. Again, I'm looking at just getting a bit of colour and getting that cooked off. Like I say, if there is any other things you want to add, personal preference, It's entirely up to you. Like I say, I'm using mushrooms, broccoli, peppers and the chicken. This dish would also work well with if you've got any courgettes. Finely shredded cabbage would work really well. The Chinese cabbage they would use is called pak choy. Okay, that would be perfect, shredded up for that. One of my favourite ingredients to put in here is some lovely tinned sweet corn. That would be absolutely perfect for this, if you've got any of that kicking about as well. As we're stir frying, I'll just make sure all the chicken or your pork or your beef is all roughly the same size, so it all cooks evenly. So just looking for that to colour up and sort of 3/4 cook as well. Another thing that would work really well with this dish as well is prawns. So if you've got any frozen king prawns left about, use those, but yeah, I would cook those first separately and then add them last, not cook them first like this. Otherwise they could just toughen up for that. So I've got that all cooking away. Next thing I'm going to add is my broccoli. Get that all coated in the oil and the chicken. The sliced mushrooms. Okay, we're just looking for a couple of handfuls of each for that. Get that mixed in. Now we don't want the broccoli to sort of overcook, that should still have a bit of crunch to it when you serve it. Okay, then the peppers. Just get that cooked down so it's just semi-cooked and not too overcooked. Right, so I've got my rice, that's been sat there absorbing all that flavour of the soy sauce. We're just going to add this. Going to get that nice and hot. Some wonderful smells coming off this. Other authentic ingredients you can have if you've got them to add to this. If you want to add a bit of Chinese 5-spice, that would work well. You probably want about half a teaspoon of that in here. Any ginger, fresh ginger, or any of the pre-done chopped ginger in jars or in the tubes, that would work well as well. Would be easier in a wok, but I'll have to get one. So I'm just going to check the chicken, make sure that is cooked. Yep, I'll put this on for another couple more minutes. With chicken and pork, it's better if it's slightly overcooked than undercooked, but obviously you want to get it just right so it's still nice and soft and juicy. Right, so now for the egg part. To do egg fried rice, move the ingredients to one side. Slight bit of more oil. But if you don't like egg or you don't want egg fried rice, feel free to leave it out. And then all I'm going to do is cook that rice, the egg. I'm just going to make a bit of scrambled egg. So once that's almost cooked, there we go, then we can just start mixing that in to our rice mixture. So, let's have a quick taste, make sure it tastes how it should. A little bit more soy. And that. Tiny bit of salt. Pepper. And there we have it. That is all done. And now to serve. Make sure everybody gets a bit of everything. There you go, Chinese egg fried rice with chicken. Enjoy. Thank you very much.